G'day folks and welcome to this playthrough of John Tiller's Battleground Civil War, Gettysburg, the full Battle of Gettysburg. So this is John Tiller, one of the masters of PC X Encounter wargame design. Yeah, he very active in the 1990s, 2000s. I first played Gettysburg back in I'm pretty sure the 1990s. I had it on the CD. Fantastic game. This you can now buy all 5 Antietam, Bull Run, Chickamauga, Gettysburg, Shiloh from Matrix Games. It's listed for about $30. It's very often on sale for 10, 15. So keep your eye out on that. There's also the John Tiller Napoleonics, which I think has 4 titles on it. I also have that. Including Waterloo, including the Age of Sail game. Yeah, so I'm about to get started. I'm playing as a Union on the defense. I think actually I might swap over. I'll play as the Rebels. And I'll give the Union. I'm giving the Union here's 0, 10, 20, 30% advantage with Fog of War. Let's see how they defend. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I played this, and I remember the AI. I remember the AI being either better on defense or better on attack. I think they're better on defense from memory. So I'm going to throw. So I want a bit of a challenge here. So I'm putting. So I'm going to be the Rebels attacking. Hopefully the Union AI can defend pretty well. They'll have Fog of War, so I won't be able to see them. 30% advantage. What else do I want? Isolation rules, extreme fog of war. I don't know what that means, but let's leave it off. Automated defensive fire, that might be good. I'd like to throw that in. Flank morale modifier, I'd like that as well. I think it's under. I think the impact of flank is undersold. So, 30% advantage for the Union. I'm at a disadvantage. This is because this is to compensate for the less than perfect AI. It's a good AI, but from memory, less than perfect. So I'm giving them an advantage. Let's see how we go. There are 149 turns. Turn 1. Before we get into it, let's have a look at the map. So you can see here, Cemetery Ridge. Here's a cemetery. I can zoom in a bit. Bear with me. Here we go. There's the zoom buttons. So you can see the cemetery. What I'll also do is I'll keep the VPs on. No, that's leaders on top. That's not VPs. Where are the VPs? Objectives. There we go. Little flags that appear. There's one. It is an objective worth 1,000 points. What else have we got? We've got Gettysburg here. It's an objective worth 200 points. We expect that to fall into Confederate hands. We've got, of course, where's the seminary? Over here. And then I'm trying to understand the ridge lines here. You can see the topography is fantastic. I think this is Seminary Ridge, and then what else do we have up here? These are my first Union units under archers. You can see some Union forces out here. Another little objective. There are flags all over the place. Is that Culp's Hill out there? Forgive me if I'm not getting the names right. And then is this Bloody Angle area? Heading out to Big Round Top, Little Round Top, Devil's Den. Yeah. And the edge of the map. So there you go. That's the west edge. Oh, this is the south edge of the map, really. Yeah. Anyway, let's get a bit closer and find out what we're doing. And just so you're not entirely listening to me, I'll throw some Civil War songs on in the background, which hopefully are free of license. Okay, so let's see where we start. Way up here, And there we go. We've got Gamble's dismounted cavalry. And lead elements of archers, 3rd Brigade coming in. So you can see these guys are in line formation. These guys are in column. Double click the unit to activate it, and you'll see they have that dark base. I will point out as well, so I can change the view. I can change the view somehow. Display 2D normal view. I can look top-down approach. So here you go. Here's the unit I was looking at. I can do a 2D zoomed out view, which is way too far out. I can do a 3D and a zoomed in. I think this is the best view. All right, so double click to activate a unit. They have a movement allowance, which is here, 12. And I simply right click to move them forward. As I do so, you can see the movement allowance reduces. Moving along roads, so I'm on a road now, so you can see it only cost me 2. And let's get a bit closer to here. Let's park ourselves there. Now, here's the enemy unit. You can see they are spotted. I can right click to get more details. They are using, I think the C there means carbines. You can see I've got rifles. They've got carbines. They're okay. All these different weapons will have different ranges. How do I find that? Find leaders. Probably the rules somewhere. Reinforce. It might be here if I go to the game manual. Close that. I don't need several. Let's just search for carbine. There you go. C is carbines. R is my rifled muskets. Does it have details on their range? I'm looking for a table showing their range. It's not a long rule book. It's only, well, it is actually 80 pages long, but yeah, I can't find range. But all the weapons have different ranges. Interesting. Okay. Doesn't have those details. Forum support. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Alright, so let's get the rest of this column up. And if they're in column formation, you'll see, look at their movement rate, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they move much faster, or have reduced movement rates when moving in column. So we'll move them up quickly. Yep. There we go. Okay, so do I have any reinforcements who have arrived? No. I can click on, where's my next unit? How do I go to next? Control N. Okay. Oops, okay. Oh, what happened? I did next phase instead of next unit. That's okay. I think I moved everyone anyway. So Union defensive fire. Oh, we found some more. I will turn those videos off. So let me just cancel this for a moment. Video effects off. Okay, and then continue that phase. Now I can click, you can do step by step, it'll tell you what happens, or particularly as there are hundreds of units, I just run this and then just rush through step. So potential disruption check, because they've been fired on, they passed that, so they're fine. Offensive fire phase. I can now, so if I can, I think there used to be a range, visible hexes, so I can see. Contours. Contours would help, just to accentuate the lines. Let's try and shoot at this unit right in front. I might actually turn the sound effects off as well. All right, and that's all I can do, I think. Units. Let me check. Is this the button? Next stack. Yep, all units have been considered. So that's the button I was looking for. Right, then next phase, Control N. Right, melee phase, there is none. All units have been considered. Union movement phase, so they're moving up now. Alright, so they're moving. This is automatically happening because I'm running through it. I can pause at any time. And now I've seen a unit, they're moving. Apparently I saw a unit out here briefly. Oh, they've now disappeared. Alright, my defensive fire phase. I'll check, but I have nothing. So I pass. Early phases are very quick, not much happening. Melee phase, no melee. My reinforcements have arrived. So let's move. Let's cautiously move up here. Oh, where'd they all go? Interesting. Alright, they've vanished. Now, I believe it cost me half my movement? Might be 6 movement points. No, can only change at the beginning of my turn. Okay, so can I take a step forward? Yeah. I might park myself just there. You are very vulnerable if fired upon. I don't know what the penalties are, but there are penalties. Now I can do this movement, and then I can move these guys further. I can return to a unit. So they can move up there. They'll move down here through the forest. Or the woods. You can also, I'm using my mouse, but I can use... I just did then using the keypad, numeric keypad. Okay, so reinforcements have arrived. Heath has arrived. Here he is, up here. Let's get him. So it's often easier, you can see there, just to use a keypad. The roads are pretty good. Let's get him right to the front. Who else has arrived? We have got Crenshaw's Virginia Battery. Let's get these guys up one at a time. You can see I think there's a penalty. So these guys have 1 movement. Is there a penalty for moving? Yeah, it costs an extra movement point to move into, while you're in column, to move into a space occupied by another friendly unit. That can be okay if you've got a lot of movement, but yeah, something to be mindful of. Alright, that's everything done. Go to the next phase, defensive fire. And that's where they all are. So they've, oh, okay, they caused some losses. And I'm disrupted. So this unit now is disrupted. Let's try and shoot at these mounted units. They can't reach. They must be out of range. Range of weapon exceeded by 2 hexes. Where is their range? Oh, range 5. There you go. So they're down to a strength of 50 now, which is very low. They're almost dead. Most of these units should be much stronger. Yeah, 250, 500. These are quite large regiments. These guys, yeah, disrupted, can't shoot. So I don't think there's anything else I can do. Where's that next unit button? There it is. All units being considered. End of the phase. Melee phase, nothing happening. Phase Control N. I've been pressing that. Move phase. So they're moving in the background. This will keep ticking over, or I can rush through it by just either clicking step or pressing enter. Alright, so wagons provide ammunition. Defensive fire phase. Do I have anything that can fire? No. So let's try Control N. No, it's not working. Defensive fire phase. They're firing at me, has no effect. Bear in mind they just need 1 more hit on me to wipe that unit out. Alright, so time to change formation. and get moving. I'm just changing formation first, including that leader, yep. Alright, so now let's get moving up. These guys are disrupted, so I will hold them there. You can see the units will move slower. Facing is also important. So you can see these guys are currently facing this way. I can rotate them by clicking this button, but that also costs movement points, which they don't have. So we're going to fan out. That's a little bit of a swamp there, so we'll go around that. Making a mess of this, but that's okay. And here's Heath. All right, bringing the guns up. And we'll put them on that ridge when we can. So if I move both these guns at the same time, they'll move. It'll cost them extra movement points. So moving them one at a time along this road, whilst kind of administratively cumbersome, is more efficient for their movement. Okay. Any reinforcements arrived? I didn't check that. Nothing. All right. That's everyone. Let's end that phase. Defensive fire. Yep, they're shooting at the new units they can see. Increased fatigue. Okay, so fatigue. Let me talk about fatigue. This unit has been fired on a couple of times, and most of the time the receiving fire will increase their fatigue. So you can see FA2. Fatigue increases the likelihood that they will become disrupted and eventually rout. That's an artillery fatigue. Fatigue 0-3, no adverse effects. 4 to 6 represents low fatigue. 7 to 9 are high fatigue. See also the fatigue section. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, where's the fatigue section? So basically, where is it? Come on, where's fatigue? They are more vulnerable to routing in melee. Morale checks become more cumbersome. Disruption rate, here we go. If it's up to fatigue revolt, it's fatigue increased by 1. Blah, blah, blah. Minus, it's just morale checks. Morale modified to morale checks, which means they are more likely to become disrupted and to rout. Disrupted has penalties itself, which I won't go into, but basically they may not be able to melee. Melee is the main thing. They can't charge, assault, etc. My melee phase, nothing happening. Their movement phase. So again, I can get a glimpse now. They're starting to organise themselves. Stuff happening in the background that I can't see. There we go. They're moving up on this ridge line here. And I can see, I may have seen a wagon off in the distance here, basically because it's so high up. I can see that from afar. Alright, so now I'm in my defensive fire phase. Let's see if there's any units in range. No. It's good. Rather than kind of going through, can this unit see anything? No. This is what they can see. So you can see line of sight is obscured by the topography, but they can see these units on the hills opposite them. They just can't reach them. There's also a quality index. So strength, range of their weapon, their movement allowance, their quality. So I have C, D, relatively low quality troops. If I look at the Union forces, they are high quality, level B. I'll get rid of that as well. Yeah. Where are we up to? We're up to... Ooh, loss of 25. 1 unit routed. Okay, so the 1st Tennessee, these guys have already routed. Alright, so I'm going to bring them... That's ridiculous. Bring them back behind the line, and Heath can... let's bring Heath down, and he'll try to rally them. Alright, so I'm not overly familiar with the rally rules. A leadership used in attempts to rally routed units under his command. Also use the rally and reform. Okay, 2 different sections. Rally, rally, rally. Beginning of turn, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they'll try to use their quality level with the leader's modifier. He's a good leader. Level B, leadership B. I don't know what C stands for, but anyway. Alright, this is my movement phase, so I'd like to get all my units kind of in a nice formation. These guys only have 50 strength, so I'm going to keep them back behind the lines a bit, but these are my big regiments. They're disrupted as well. And let's get going. Let's rotate them to the right a bit. Oh, I've got 2 units there. Alright, how are we going for movement rate? So they're done. Okay, let's bring our guns up here and set them up there. Alright, they just, yeah, 6, it's artillery, 6 movements. This is Orally. It may sound familiar for an Elvis fan. It's yeah, the tune from Love Me Tender. Did I get any reinforcements? I didn't check. No. And we're done. So, setting up the guns on this ridge, and we're ready to go. Defensive fire. I'm much closer now. They can shoot me. Oh, 50. They're really doing a lot of damage. Offensive fire. Let's try and fire back. You tell me I can't see them? Range of weapon exceeded. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just out of range. Okay. What about my artillery? Cannot move and fire because they've only just set up. Okay. So can anyone shoot? No. Should have clicked that first. Melee phase, no melee happening. Movement phase, let's see what they do now. Are they going to move forward? So you can see some reinforcements. Here we have Cutler's Brigade arriving. This is where I've got to move fast. Stuff happening behind the lines. My defensive fire. Now I should be able to fire my guns. What have I got here? Their guns. Do we do a cannon battery fire or... Let's see some cannon battery. No effect. Increase their fatigue. No effect. That's all I can do. No more units. Yep, all units being considered. We're up to turn 4, so I'm getting my way through these early turns pretty quick. Their offensive fire. They've got guns set up now. Okay. Melee phase, nothing happening. Reinforcements have arrived. 1 unit has rallied, so this unit here has rallied under Heath. 1 unit's recovered from disruption, which is good. My movement phase. Alright, let's get cracking forward. Now, again, I can do a little bit of movement. They're disrupted. And this is my small unit who I'll keep moving up. Alright, unlimber the rest of these guns. There we go, they'll be able to fire. I don't want to block that road. I've made the mistake there. Pettigrew has arrived with his brigade. Big brigade. Let's get these guys charging down this road as fast as they can. Alright, who else do we have arriving? And we've got Brockenbrow's brigade. Not as big, but they'll help. Move them too far. Alright. Guns are ready to fire. Alright, let's... I can see I've got 4 dismounted cavalry regiments, totaling close to 800 in this position here. Guns here, 1 regiment here. Let's try and swing around to the left here. So let's go through this area. It might also, you can also check. So if I click on this gun, click what they can see, you can see I'm moving through cover here. Now these guys move forward just one. Oh, they've moved enough. Okay, these guys. They're out of movement as well. I'm going to shift this way a bit. Done. Alright, everyone's done. I can move the artillery if I want, but I won't. These guys have recovered, so let's about face and change their formation. I can't go to that beginning of movement, which I forgot about. Who else can move? That's it. Defensive fire. So their gun's shooting point blank. Oh, unit was eliminated. One unit disrupted. So they're disrupted because their hex was fired upon. Alright, my offensive fire phase. Let's... I can fire the guns now. Had no effect, but my artillery should be able to fire. So let's keep... If I can fire at this hex here, there's 4 regiments there. No effect, come on. Let's have some effect. Sometimes it's easier just to shoot, so... Oh, they've just unlimited, so they can't shoot over. Alright, can anyone else shoot? These guys can shoot here. Increase FT. That's everyone. No melee happening. They're moving phase. What are they going to do now? So you can see, catch a glimpse of them moving along these roads. I'm just going to click enter to move through. What are they doing here? Okay. Defensive fire. Firing on their artillery. There is a chance of hitting their crews, which can decrew an artillery battery. So you can see if I'm looking here, I can't actually see the fatigue. Fire had no effect. Okay, not to worry. Can anyone else shoot? Yep, these guys can shoot. All units have been considered. Alright, move phase. So, my plan here is to move... They may not be able to make it. This gun can shoot here, here, and here. If I look at their... You can see. So, I am trying to rush up and basically charge these guns. These guys are unlikely to be able to make it. Oh, they're disrupted, so they have a slower movement rate as well. That's the other thing disruption does, is it reduces your movement rate. Alright, let's keep moving. I could bring another regiment. Yep, let's get them charging the guns. And I'm just going to check the fire zone. Yep, so I can move one more hex there. These guys have recovered very well. We'll bring them into line formation and get them moving forward. Alright, we've got these guys moving up. Beautiful. And these are the big regiments coming up. So once they hit the lines, they should be able to do some damage. Reinforcements, a wagon. Right, so this is very important, well, for every unit, but it replenishes ammunition. More artillery coming in. I don't think the wagons affect... I'm talking about moving through other units affects movement rates. Let's check. Oh, it does actually. Yep. It did cost me an extra movement. So wagons do. All right, reinforcements have arrived. I might move that artillery out of the way. So I'm going to limber them, move them forward, just to clear this road. Yeah. Anyone else who hasn't moved? Yeah, they're all right. Oh, lost 100. That's that artillery at point blank canister fire straight into my unit. They've become disrupted, but not routed. Okay, so now I can counter. No effect. No effect. No effect. Wonderful. That's okay. I did some damage on their... So, I've got 2 units here. One of them is limbered, one unlimbered. Let's keep firing. Oh, wow. Keep firing on this big vulnerable stack here. No effect. Okay. They can actually see the artillery, so let's have a shot. Increase their fatigue. That's the best we did. Alright. Melee phase. So, to melee, we right-click on the hex we want to attack. You can see that's got this little marker here. Then I double-click and click Add to Melee. And basically, you add the units that you want to add. Add to Melee. Now, these, they are disrupted. Did I add them to Melee? Let's, hold on. Clear the Melee. Right-click. Cannot attack with units that have been disrupted yet. So they weren't added. But these guys can be added. You can see the differential is 7. And that's all I can do. I can't bring any others. So then I click Resolve Melee. Okay, I can show the differential if I want to check how I'm doing. Resolve Melee, I should win this. There we go. Loss of 100 to the defender, the guns. 50 to the attacker. Defender defeated. I had a huge force, say the small force. The battery could not retreat because they were... and yeah, they were eliminated. Okay, so then I've captured the heights there. That's an objective as well. That's worth 100 victory points, and I'm done. So there should be no other... Yeah, all units have been considered. At the end of this... Hey, look at that! We found a couple of Union regiments behind the lines. So I started playing this game instead of 3 Days of Gettysburg. I was playing 3 Days of Gettysburg, a lot of manual processes. This is almost identical to 3 Days of Gettysburg in terms of the rules, the gun ranges, the way morale works, etc. Defensive fire, but it's I go, you go. My defensive fire phase. Alright, I've got a stack here of 2 regiments, and there's 1 here. They're already disrupted though. So I can fire on the disrupted formation or the non-disrupted. I might try and fire on these guys to try and reduce their effectiveness. And I cause some casualties. Good. Let's get my guns behind the line. Not that one. I'm causing no effect with my artillery. Loss of 25. Okay. And that's everyone. Union offensive fire. So they're going to shoot back at me. Increase my fatigue. No effect. Alright, let's see how they're going to have a melee phase where they're not going to charge. 2 units recover disruption, which is great. And my movement phase. So it's both of those units. So these guys charged. They're disrupted because of that charge, or the melee. My movement phase. So, what do I do here? I've got some disrupted units behind the lines. I'm going to move these guys up and these guys around, and then bring these down. I'm tempted to leave them and just kind of like come charging up the lines. I've reached stacking limitations. Can I move them? Just down and up, yeah. Oh, I can't stack anymore. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to leave those guns. So I'm going to start bringing Pettigrew's brigade out to my left, which is on the right of the screen. And later in the battle, when you've got so many units arriving, and particularly for the Union player, the arrival of their wagons, they've got this long roads to kind of do this sort of stuff. A lot of like maneuvering of wagons and every individual artillery piece. There's no automation like go here, as far as I'm aware. I don't think I can. I've never known how to give orders to a unit to automatically move. I don't think there's any automation. It'd be nice to say, hey, just move here by the fastest way possible, but no. All right. Any other movement to be done? They're done. I'll leave them there. All done. Defensive fire phase. They're shooting at me. Increase my fatigue. That's okay. Ooh, loss of 50. They are doing very well to inflict casualties. That's 100 losses. That's 125. That must be their 30% benefit. 3 units disrupted. Yeah, that hurt. So let's fire back 25. I want to fire into this hex because that's where it's denser. 2 units. Okay, they're doing more damage than me. Let's get my guns to fire back at that big stack again. No effect. Artillery's... Hey, we wiped him out. Great. Keep firing. Loss of 25. Okay, so my guns are starting to have some impact. All units have been considered. Well done. Melee phase. Do I charge again? I have strength of 400. What about over here? They're disrupted, so they might be more vulnerable. But I'm all disrupted, so... level B quality. They've suffered some fatigue. If I charge, I'm outnumbered. So if I add them to the melee... Gotta select them first. -1. So maybe I don't want to charge yet. So I'll clear that melee. We won't charge yet. We'll just end the turn. See what they do. They've got more forces coming up. You can see they're cutting across here. Moving up across Seminary Ridge. They're pulling back to the woods along here. Alright, my defensive fire phase. They're now disrupted. I've killed someone. I didn't see who that was. Loss of 25. Good. So I'm inflicting some losses here. Good, good, good. I should be able to still hit these units. Keep firing. Okay, so where was I? Sorry, got distracted, had to pause. I'm up to my defensive fire phase. Okay, so that unit's fired, that unit hasn't. They can shoot across there. Great. That's right, artillery was firing. Loss of 50, good. All units have been considered. If melee phase, they're not attacking. I have recovered 1 unit. 0 units have routed. That's good. And move phase. Alright, so these guys are disrupted. I'm just going to rotate them so they're kind of facing that direction. These guys are disrupted as well. I'm just going to move them like so. So they can shoot across there. That gives room for this very large regiment to move forward and potentially melee there. They are not disrupted. They are. And here is my... Can they move? Here we go. Now here comes Pettigrew. So this is all Archer's brigade. Archer and Davis. They're being mixed in a bit. Let's bring. Let's start to get these guys moving this way. Keep them out of rifle range for now, but getting ready for next turn. There we go. And they are big enough to have Pettigrew and Brockenbrow, bringing them both together. Time, I think, to bring my guns up. So let's move them one at a time. And we'll set them up on this hill. More guns coming up just in time. They can keep moving. Any reinforcements? I've got to keep checking. I keep forgetting to look. Alright, everyone is done. I think I'm happy with that movement. So let's go to their defensive fire phase. Increase my fatigue. Increase fatigue. That's okay, no losses. Alright, my offensive fire. So let's really pour it on these already disrupted units. I'm just spreading the fire out. They should be able to fire across there. Yep. Can anyone else shoot? No. Melee phase. So now let's target here. Let's add this large unit. Add to melee. Let's add this very large unit. Add to stacking limitations. Because they're so big, I can't bring them all in. Let's see how we go anyway. Resolve that melee. They're already disrupted. Look at that. So they lost 225 forces. This is where the losses really come into it. I lost 75. Defender was defeated. And they will likely rout as a result. I don't think there's any other melee. So we end our turn. I'm sure they've got some routed units behind the lines that I just can't see. They've taken off through these forests. The woods, sorry. And here we go. Here we have Cutler's brigade setting up. Here we go. They're trying to form. All right, defensive fire phase. What can I shoot at? There we go. I can see them and shoot at them. See and shoot. I see them as well. Can anyone else see anything? Nope, that's everyone. Good. Their offensive fire phase. Loss of 25. Okay, melee phase. There's no melee. 4 units recovered disruption. Excellent. Okay, includes those two. They did not recover. That's okay. Let's bring. This is where is Davis? Where's that's Archer. Heath. Where is Davis? Oh, there. He's right with him. Okay, come on, Davis. Rally your troops. All right, so we'll bring these guys out to the my right, left on the screen. We'll keep these guys out on the flank. Alright, let's just give these guys... You can see their fatigue level increasing. 4, 4, 4, 2. They're okay. We'll give them a moment to recover behind this ridge here. This is Archer. Yep. They're only fatigue level 1. This is also Archer and Davis, fatigue level 2 and 6, so they're a bit fatigued. Let's pull them, bring them forward. Let's bring them back there, just hopefully they're not fired upon. And then, time to change the formation and get these guys moving onto our right. Time to get the guns Up onto the heights. There we go. I don't want to put them on the road though, so I want to clear this, keep this road clear. There we go. Alright, that'll do. Defensive fire. Shouldn't be too much taking place. Yeah, look at that. One unit firing. My offensive fire, I probably won't be firing back. You could shoot over the heads of friendlings, which is a bit weird, but yeah. Okay, not much effect. Alright, so brief pause here. No melee taking place. Their move phase. They're moving forward. You can see they're trying to get onto that second ridge line. And they're coming around from my... There you go. This is the fog of war. This is good in that, you know, you can't see everything. You can set it up so you can see every single unit moving. But I kind of like this fog of war element. My defensive fire phase. Oh, I can shoot. And this is the unfinished railroad west of Gettysburg. You can see through here. All units have been considered. Offensive fire. Loss of 50. Ouch. No effect. Increased fatigue. Alright. No melee. 2 units recovered disruption. So I should have no disrupted units, no unit routed, and I failed to resupply. So you do check for resupply if you're within range of the wagon. Alright, so now I need to cover my right flank out here. These are the units I was hoping to get some disruption recovery. Fatigue recovery. There we go, we'll just do that. Let's keep these guys like so. Alright, so this is Archers and Davis's brigades. Being mixed up a bit, but let's get our guns. Can I move them all down here? Yep, and then there we go. Same with these guys. Move them up here off the road. And then these guys, can they see? So I can pick this point, check the line of sight, and notice that I can't see anything really very well from up here. And that maybe this would be a better place for artillery. That's on the road. They really can't see much, but they can shoot out over here. So maybe... Oh, I accidentally did that. I'll just rotate them left. And that's it. That'll do. And get rid of that so it's not X's all over the place. Alright, so now time for Pettigrew and Brockenbrow's brigades to start pushing up on the right here. You can see I'm going wide because I have the... What have I got here? I reckon... So these are B quality, so these are good quality BC. Okay, mainly C, but there we go, charging straight up. I can also check the reinforcement schedule. So it is currently, what time is it? 10:40 AM. I've got Pender, Lane, Thomas arriving next turn. You can check where they're coming from too. So if I scroll down, you know, Yule's Corps will begin to arrive down here. And anything else to move? The wagon. We'll park it there for now. Defensive fire, that's fine. Loss of 25, not great, but it's okay. No effect. No effect. No effect. Excellent. So I've got my guns right up close to the front, but hopefully they have an impact. Loss of 50. These are larger units. I don't know if that means they're more likely to suffer casualties. 1 unit disrupted. Yep, that one. Alright, so let's now shoot at these guys. Soften them up, increase air fatigue. Loss of change target. No effect. These guys can shoot across there. You can see them. Here's their routed unit. So that's what a routed unit looks like. Big red R, and they look like that. Okay, they can't see. They can shoot back. All units have been considered. Melee phase. So these guys, here we go. If I target them, and then melee, add to melee. Whew. In fact, let me just throw this 800 strength unit in. Add to melee. I won't be able to add any others because that's, you're allowed 1,000 men in the hex. 50 to defend, so it's not a huge victory, but it'll force them back. I can probably charge here as well. Differential of 4. Yep, 175 to the defender. That's a good effect. Anything else? No other melee I can do. Their move phase. They're moving up. Okay. Brave. Brave. Boy, they're moving up everywhere. They're holding that ridge line right in front of me. Alright, defensive fire. We'll fire all along the line here. No effect. Here we have Wadsworth and Meredith. Wow, okay, wow. Okay. They've moved up around to the left flank. So we know these should be good quality. Yeah, A quality troops. I was going to say, this is the Meredith's Iron Brigade. Wow. Oh, in that case, good thing I, point blank, let's smash, let's pick our target carefully here. We've got, yeah, let's target the 14th Militia. Oh, that's all I did, loss of... I don't really, I mean, you could pause and reflect on the casualties, but there's so much, and it's going to get busier and busier. Offensive fire phase. This could hurt. No effect. Loss of 25. No effect. No effect. Fatigue. Fatigue. A couple of losses. I could suffer some disruption, maybe even some routing just from this density of fire. Oh, they're charging me. Are you crazy? I lost 150 in that. And they're right next to my guns. Oh no! Oh no! Oh crikey! 3 units routed. So that hurt. Okay, so they're routed. Let's keep moving them back behind the lines so they can recover. Oh, I've got Heath and Archer here. Let's rally the troops. And let's pull back to some defensive positions. Ouch! Alright, we're going to have to quickly get Brockenbrow's men to come over here and help. Alright, I'm in trouble. Did not expect that. Did not expect those brigades to hit me there. There we go. Rotate and move down. Okay. Pull my guns. Yes, I'm going to smash. That'll really hurt this infantry, but I could lose 3 batteries here. Alright, let's. It's risky, but I'm going to unlimber these guys right there. I'm going to put these guys up and unlimber them there. So I'm going to try and smash this, but you can see I've moved these regiments maybe a bit too far. Alright, we've got reinforcements coming in. Pender comes galloping down on his horse. We have Lane's Brigade. Desperately needed at the front. Run down that road. Alright, who else have arriving? We have got Thomas's brigade. They are D quality, so okay. Any other movement I can do? The guns could move, but no. These guns. I'm going to keep them there. I'm going to take a risk. Take a big risk. And fire point blank and see what impact they can have. Okay. Defensive fire. Yeah. Loss of 50. No effect. No effect. No effect. Increased fatigue. So my gun crews are still there. Loss of 50. Oh, they hurt. Loss of 50. Loss of 25. Loss of 25. Okay. Offensive fire. Let's try the guns firing one at a time at different units. Loss of 25. So they're disrupted, so they cannot charge. You'll notice that these three Union forces here. So they won't be able to melee. Okay, let's get out. Infantry firing here first. I should be doing some good damage to these units. Should be. Fire had no effect. Come on. I can't move and fire. Okay. They're disrupted as well, which is good. I should be able to smash these guys because I've got them surrounded now. Yeah, I'm causing some good losses here. I can also, so I can bring up victory and it will tell me the loss differential. So Union has lost 450 infantry losses, 800 cavalry. Their cavalry losses, they're worth more victory points. So they've lost about 1,275 casualties and 6 artillery pieces. 1,200. I've lost 1,500. So this is, I think, the impact of their 30% extra bonus. Then we have the victory point location. So I currently hold 100 points of objectives, which is not much. Total points is 430 towards a Union. So it's a major defeat at the moment. But again, it is turn, what, up to about turn 10? It's a long way to go. All units have been considered. My melee phase. All right, let's charge. Yeah, let's charge here. Melee differential 0. Maybe not. Okay, let's try this one instead. Oh, I can't fit them both in. Let's just try one and see how we go. Yeah, 100 to 100. Oh, they could not retreat and were eliminated because I had surrounded them by zones of control. You can see I've got a zone of control here. Excellent. That was really good. Did not plan that. Didn't realise that was a thing. Okay, any other melee? I could charge the Iron Brigade uphill. They are disrupted, but I don't like my chances. I'm just going to hold and defend. So yeah, no more melee. Yeah, nah. So let's end our turn. Let's see. Hopefully we see some routing. Yeah, I can't see anything routing. Yeah, pulling back, good. But not here, they're not. They're charging, or pushing hard. And I'm sure there's a lot happening behind the lines. Defensive fire, here we go. They've recovered from disruption, which is scary. These guys are a bit worried, they're surrounded. Guns firing now at good close range. Loss of 50. There we go. Let's hit them hard. Hit them hard. Loss of 25 isn't much. Loss of 25 is good. Loss of 25. Again, it's good to cause any hits. All units considered. Let's hope they don't do any melee. They'll probably charge me along here. Loss of 75 in an infantry fire combat. That's how good their units out here are. Melee, yeah, here we go. Ooh, they actually lost more than me. They lost 150, and I held my ground. Oh, they really routed. 3 units recovered, 1 unit rallied. I had 1 unit rout though. Okay. Okay. So they're disrupted. Let's get them ready to move back into the lines. Let's keep moving Brockenbrow's men this way. Let's pull back a bit with these guys. Get them to try and protect the guns. Pettigrews, they're disrupted. Yep, and I'm going to pull more of Pettigrew's men across that way. So they're still routed. Let's get Heath rallying these guys. I am going to pull in behind these guys and try and charge them. Yep. Alright, what do we got? We got Perrin's Brigade. And lots more coming on. Yeah, okay. You'll notice that each wave of reinforcements has a slightly reduced movement allowance. So they start off with 8 instead of the full 12. And how many will these guys have? 3. And these guys, the wagon arrives with nothing. Alright. Who else can move? The guns could move, and I really think they should, because I think they're going to be in trouble. So I'm going to pull these guns back. Keep them there. I just kind of want to rotate them. Does that count as a move? I don't know. Alright, let's see how we go. Oh, defensive fire. That could hurt. Zero units disrupted, which is good. Offensive fire. Let's shoot back. They're down to 100 men, so... Yeah, so that slight rotation was considered a move. No effect, okay. Increasing their fatigue, which is what I want. Oh, so now they're on low on ammunition, so you can see that that grey ammo. They need. I think they can only do defensive fire on low ammo. All right, units have been considered. Let's charge this unit with them and them. Oof. Is there a melee resolve button? Maybe not. Resolve melee. I thought there was. Oh, I failed to take the hex. Devon's been wounded. Okay. Good, good. That's a Union leader, Devon. I had 1,000 men. Okay. That's okay. Union move phase. What are they going to do now? They're still moving... Oh, they're moving up and back. They're doing two things. So we're fighting over these ridges. They're not letting it go easily. I hope, though, that leaves a bit of... If they're moving all their forces here, hopefully it leaves a gap out on the right. My defensive fire. Yeah, they've got a... Is that a routed unit? Yeah, they've got a routed unit stuck in here. What can I see? Why are they... What can I shoot at? So this is the hard part now. I know they can shoot. Firing unit is not facing. So what can they actually see and shoot? I'm told they can... Oh, they can shoot across there. Sometimes it's easier during the firing phase just to leave that on and then turn it off. No effect. No effect. Good. Increased fatigues. Okay. Loss of 50 is not good. Their melee phase. No charging. So I've recovered 4 units now. 3 of my routed units have rallied. No units failed their routed check, which is good. And 2 units have been resupplied. This probably unit down here is out of supply, at lower supply, and hasn't. Oh, actually, no. Somehow they did manage to get supplies. Oh, no, 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 no. What's this? They're now out of supplies? I think that's the out of supply marker. So they won't be able to shoot at all. Keep these units here. I think they can still charge with no ammo. So we'll get them to do that. Okay. Here we go. Here comes Davis's recovered regiment. We'll get these guys to come out here and defend out there. Can they move one further forward? No, they can't. They'll hold there, hold there. Get the infantry off there. Alright, this is Pettigrew's men and Pettigrew's men. Good. Moving down this road. Just get them to rotate so you can see the trying to keep them in line and order. Supply wagon. Let's get these guns out onto this hill where hopefully they'll be a bit safer. Okay. Now we have... Oh, Archer's men recovered. So these guys have recovered from being routed. We'll just move them kind of out of the way. They've done a good job. All right. So, here we have Brockenbrough and Pettigrew's very large regiments cleaning up Devon's brigade out here. For now, we'll just move Lane's men straight down the middle. And we'll figure out what to do with them in just a moment. Here we, as the battle escalates, the movement ends up taking up most of what you're doing. Yeah, good to know the keyboard shortcuts and become proficient with the numeric keypad, num keypad movement Again, some degree of automated movement would be lovely, but I mean, geez, the game is probably 30 years old now. Again, this is the revised version. When I say revised, it's revised in the sense that they merged all the titles together into one publication, but it's exactly the same. I don't know if anything changed. No reinforcements. Okay, I think I'm done. Defensive fire. No effect. No effect. No effect. No effect. Love to see it. No effect. No effect. No effect. Wow. Love it. So you can see now they have no ammo. They can't fire. My disrupted units can still fire. Yeah, I'm having no effect either. Can any other units see and shoot? They can see and shoot at someone. Oh, these guys way back there at range with no effect. My guns, I'm being told, can see someone. Why? I'm told. Oh, that routed unit. That's what they can see. Loss of 50. That's fine. That's all right. Close that. Melee phase. So hopefully, yeah, I can charge. Resolve that. I lost 125? Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. And I failed to take the hex. Oh, these guys are disrupted, so they can't do anything. No other... That's not good. Alright, their movement phase. They've mounted the cavalry. They can't do much more than that. It looks like they're pulling back, maybe? Okay, I can see more youth forces. I can visibly see them. That's why they appear. If I can't see them, there could be Union forces up here. I just don't know. They don't have ammo yet. Eliminated. So all I've got now is a routed unit, which is great. Any other units can see anything? Guns shooting at someone. These guys at a long range. Oh, nice. All units being considered. Their offensive fire phase. Increased fatigue. No effect. No effect. Okay, good. No melee, I assume. Yep. 6 units have recovered. Excellent. No units resupplied, which is not excellent. Okay. So we'll keep them there. We'll bring our guns. So I'll just move through here. So here we have Meredith, 7th Wisconsin, A quality, 300 men. And I have got 3 healthy C-rated regiments, twice their number, who will hopefully be able to do some damage. Now, mindful that I can't see what's going on here, I'm just going to move this unit just to protect my flank. That's all they're doing. They've recovered, so let's get them to help out here as well. So I'll hold there, they're recovering disruption. This is Lane's new unit. So let's get Pettigrew's men. So they've done well. Brockenbrow. Yeah, this Brockenbrow's one of Brockenbrow's battalions. I could bring another one, I guess. Yeah. We'll rotate them so they can shoot this direction. We'll do the same with these guys. So they won't get a shot off this turn, but next turn. Alright, Lane's men. You can see it costs 3 to move through the guns. That's why I like to get the guns off the hills. We'll move them to about there. And I can't change their formation mid-movement. It's archers, men. We'll move this wagon down here to try and... I don't know what their range is for resupply. Moving my guns onto the edge of that hill to be able to shoot into this area. You can see from here, where's my... They can shoot through this little gap. Alright, any reinforcements? No. That should be everyone. Yeah. Defensive fire. I'm not expecting too much. Loss of 25. No effect. No effect. No effect. No effect. Increase fatigue. Good. No recovery. If offensive fire, let's fire back into them. Okay, what else can we shoot at? Oh, I can actually see them all the way down there. What can I see? These guys all the way down here. Okay, loss of 50. Good. Increasing their fatigue. These are routed. They're low on ammo. They can't shoot. Points being considered. Let's look at melee. So they have recovered. So let's add them to melee. Automatic victory because they're routed. So let's resolve that. And they will be gone. I captured Colonel Anonymous, who I think was replacing Devon. So when a name leader dies, they replace with someone anonymous. Melee. Add to melee. Melee. Add to melee. Melee. Add to melee. Okay. Look at that. I defeated them. I lost 100. They lost 50, but this is their A-ranked Iron Brigade. So happy with that. Warriors have been considered. Move face. So because they're A-ranked, even I'll show you after the movement raise this unit. Now you can see they do have movement out here. Alright. What do we got? We've got Rowley's 1st Brigade. So these are the guys that... This is the formation that I charged. You see Merith here. He's got a star. Oh, what's that do? It means he's a good leader. There's Buford, anonymous colonel. Poor Cutler. Cutler doesn't have a star. He's B rank. Yeah. Okay. My defensive fire phase. These are units that are charged. They'll fire back at... Who am I going to fire at? Doesn't really matter. Let's just shoot at them. Loss of 25, and I killed Colonel Anonymous. Great. No effect. Who else can I shoot at? Yeah, offensive fire. Loss of 50, so they are just devastating with their healthy unit. No melee. 5 units recovered disruption. 1 unit recover fatigue, good. No units routed, that's good. And 2 units resupplied, so these guys should have supplies, yay! Let's capture this point. Let's rotate, move. Alright. And I'll keep heading in this direction. Alright. Guns. Unlimited. Infantry. Yeah, we'll just rotate them a little bit so they can shoot in this direction a bit more effectively. What can they see from here? Not much, so we'll get them to just go there. So the Union forces, they've kind of focused on this what are we looking at here? Southwestern side, and they've kind of, the AI has left this. Well, who knows? Maybe there's forces here that I just can't see. I can see what's in the background here. Smith, he has a huge, from memory, a big brigade. Alright, so I'm going to put them in line just because I might anticipate something out here. Likewise with these guys. They're just kind of watching. So Davison Archers brigades now still in the thick of it in some places, but playing a more of a, I guess, a scouting role, and we'll start to get Lane's brigade. So you may have noticed last turn I had these guys lined up facing this way, so it makes it easier when I change their formation. They're facing the direction I want them to move in. What do we got here? We have got Cutlers, so they'll be strong. They're level B. I'll keep my distance. There's Pettigrew's men. Again, keeping my distance, just trying to get some rifle fire. Here we go. Guns are unlimited. So I've got Lane, still more of Lane's men coming up. And I'll keep them separate from Thomas's men, who I might move in here because I suspect there's going to be stronger Union forces. And because of that, I'll move the rest of these guys over this way. This is Perrin. Okay, so Thomas goes that way. Perrin, I don't know what to do with. Maybe Perrin will come down here, the other side of Lane. Okay, so that's Perrin's men pushing there. Now we have Scales's brigade arriving. And I don't know what to do with these guys. Maybe keep pushing. Yeah. And we'll bring some artillery down as well. Alright, any reinforcements? Again, I didn't check. Yes, we got. Okay. Hill finally arriving. Yule, here we go. Well, before I do anything with Yule and Rhodes, let's bring on Iverson. Here we go. Okay. arriving in the same location, just for simplicity. There we go. Alright, this should challenge the Union position. Hopefully. Who else have I got to move? These guys, they're just going to stay where they are, exchange fire. Guns are going to stay there, guns are going to stay there, guns stay there. Supply wagon. We'll just nudge it forward a little bit. All units being considered. Defensive fire. Increased fatigue. No effect. Loss of 25. Loss of 25. No effect. Loss of 50. No effect. Loss of 25. No effect. A bit of a mixed result. Alright. 3 units disrupted. My offensive fire. Point blank range. No effect. And I'm on low ammo. That's not fair. Oh, they've moved. Okay. Oh, come on. Give me some effect. Nothing. Fire on the healthy unit. Yeah, do some damage. Good. Guns. Come on. Are you telling me that artillery cannot see anything? What can they see? That unit. Loss of 25. Better than nothing. That's not much. All that fire. Melee phase. Is it worth it? They're disrupted. They're disrupted, so they can't participate. So let's add them to melee. If I add these guys as well... No, not worth it. I don't have a positive differential. I could charge these guys. No, not worth it. So let's end that. Let's see where they're going to move to. It looks like they're pushing out to the west there, which is really kind of southwest. They keep pushing into this area here. Okay, more forces coming up from Gettysburg. Okay, there we go. Now I can see them moving through Gettysburg to the north. So this is Schimmelpfennig, sorry. And you can see, I can kind of get a sense of the size. I knew he had a big brigade, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, they're coming up through that area there. And we got a lot of these guys, Pennsylvanians, moving around that way. So I'm going to move more of Archer and... Oh, this is my defensive fire phase. Okay. All I'm doing is increasing their fatigue. Loss of 25, good. Loss of 25, low ammo. I've got my wagon right behind me. Here come my guns, firing at point blank range, doing some damage. Those guys, I suspect they'll rout. I'm causing some heavy losses on these guys. That's good. Warnings have been considered. No effect. No effect. No effect. Loss of 100. That is insane. They've only got a 200 strong regiment. And you're telling me every second shot hit. Firing at range. Oh, they are charging up here? 3 units routed? What? That's not fair. Wow. Okay. Right. Let's get Archer's men. I'm going to pull back a bit. I'm going to have to pull these guys back to recover. This is Thomas. Okay, good. I'm going to bring the rest of Davis's men back. All right, so this is like Thomas. So I'm going to bring Thomas's men further this way. Wow, I cannot believe. Where'd they go? Where's that? Where are those routed? Here they go. Pettigrew's men. Where's Pettigrew? There's Brockenbrough. He's probably... There's Lane. Archer Davis. Let's get them with their men. Thomas and Pender. I've lost Brockenbrough. Pettigrew. Alright, so Heath. Help to rally that brigade. Alright. These guys, they're fatigued and disrupted. They're not. Put them into a bit of cover. Put these guys back as well. I'm going to pull Lane's men back just because Pettigrew's men are disrupted and suffering heavy fatigue. So I'm going to pull them back as well. These guys have just arrived. I think they can. Perrin's men, I said I was going to move it to the right here. Alright, before I move these guys, let's get... So this is not efficient movement, but I'm being a bit lazy. Alright. New batteries arriving, good. What else do we have arriving? Another battery, which I'll park on this. Try to move. Yeah, we'll get the batteries charging down the road ahead of the infantry. Always a good thing to do. And where'd they arrive? Up here. That'll do. Okay, so now these guys. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was... Oh, I can undo last... I can't undo movement when 4 before, so I've just... There we go. Brockenbrough. There's Pettigrew. Alright. Can I put him on his horse and get him to try and rally these guys? So you can see I'm just mixing Pettigrew and Brockenbrough's brigades together poorly. Okay. I think I need to bring... I was going to move out to the flank, but I think I need them right in the center here. I did not mean to do that. Damn it. Okay, not to worry. Well, they're ready to go at least. Wagons. Couple of missed slicks. Alright, 8B Hill. Maybe he can help rally as well. Let's see what happens. Defensive fire. This could hurt. They're getting some strong forces coming right up the center there. Ouch, ouch. 1 unit recovered. Disrupted, sorry. Let's check status of victory. Okay. So, okay. It counts my points. So, I have 200 objective points. How is... Because of the cavalry, that's the thing. So, we're about even. 2,800 versus their 20... I've lost 2,700. So they've lost 100 more men than me, but the fact that they've lost some artillery and some cavalry means that I get more points for that. Whereas all my losses have been infantry. And I'm currently just above the minor defeat range, which is pretty good for... what are we at? 12:40 PM on the 1st of July. Alright, defensive... offensive fire, sorry. Firing out here. Increasing fatigue is fine. Alright, let's try and focus our fire down here. Increased fatigue is good. No effect is not good. No effect is not good. No effect at that range, which is ridiculous. No effect. Alright. Done. Melee phase. What can I possibly do here? I do... That's a good differential. Let's resolve that. I think I can win this, yeah. 3 times losses to defender, good. That's about all I can do. They're pulling back, good, good. I've scared them. I can see movement out here on the southwest. Okay. And they're moving up that road towards my routed troops. So my routed troops there might have to pull back even further. Alright, defensive fire now. What can I... Okay, the guy's in the elevation. Elevation's really weird. No effect, wow. Okay, all units considered. Offensive fire. This could hurt. No effect. Cross your fingers. Increased fatigue's okay. No effect. No effect. This unit's right in there like a cauldron. No effect. Loss of 50. There we go. I was waiting for it. No effect. Loss of 25. No effect. No effect. No effect. Doing alright. I'm worried about a melee attack on these guys. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Loss of 200. Oh my goodness. Did you see that melee result? 275 to the defender. 3 units recovered, 3 units rallied, 2 other units routed. Okay, my move phase. I don't know why they bloody routed. So they've recovered, but they're in trouble. So I'm going to keep pulling them back. That's about the best I can do. I'm going to move my guns up to this height here. These guys. Run as fast as you can. Okay, come on. Iverson. Get you guys over there. Get my commanders up nearby. And O'Neill. You keep following that road, roughly. Where am I going to park these guns? I said I was going to try and park them up here. I just want to approach it carefully. Make sure there's no Union forces hiding. I'll just rotate them in case I change formation next turn. Okay, routed units. Pull back. Gonna pull these guys away, surprisingly. What's going on over here? Okay, we'll change their formation. We'll rotate them around and move them up. They've recovered, so let's get AP Hill out of there. All right. Formation of Thomas's. Rockenbrow's men move further out. They'll move further out as well. They'll pull back. Pull lane. I can't believe what happened there. There we go. I'm just going to pull. I'm pulling away because what have I got here? 1,000 Pennsylvanians charging. Okay, let's get the wagon up. What else have we got behind the lines here? Scales. Now, where were the rest of the Scales men? They're going to move into the centre here. Pettigrew and Brockenbrow's men have just been thrown left, right, and centre. Perrin Lane. I might pull them back to there. These guys have routed. They've just arrived and they've routed. I need to pull these guys back and align there. Keep them there. Hopefully they can see that they can't, so I'll put them there. All right. The guns. I don't know what to do with the guns now. Maybe I can park them up here. Yep. That'll do. Ramseur, here we go. Oh, misclicking. What else do we have coming on? All right, and I think that's it. So, geez, they're really putting up a tough fight. But now, I think this is around the time the tide will start to turn. Cross my fingers. They've got a lot of density in this centre area, but I'm hoping that means they don't have as much further to the north-northeast. They do some losses. Four units disrupted. Good. My offensive fire. What can... Oh, just the guns. You tell me these guys can't see anything? Oh, I've got friendlies in the way. Fantastic. No effect. They shoot, they smash me. I shoot, have no effect. All units considered. Alright. Melee. No melee taking place? What's my melee phase? No, I'm not doing any melee. Union move phase. Alright, where are they moving? A bit of pulling back. They're getting some guns up. Getting ready in the north of Gettysburg. They've got Ames's brigade coming in now. My defensive fire. Alright. They're still moving up here. Hopefully I can smash them. Also 25. No effect. Oh, they're moving up here as well. 450. There's some. They're disrupted. They're not. So let's fire on the one that's not and try and disrupt them. Loss of 25. Loss of 25. Better than nothing. We'll shoot across the ridge there. Loss of 25. Good. Doing some damage. Loss of 50. They should be smashed. They've just lost 100 plus men. How does that affect victory? I've lost some points. Okay. Still making up for that loss of 275 in the melee. Ridiculous. Alright. What's going to happen? Loss of 25. Loss of 25. They just counter it. They're at such long range. That's 100 men I've just lost at a range of 4. Who gave him a 30% advantage? I don't know. Oh, see, I'm in column here, so they've caught me out there. They're shooting in my rear, which I think may also hurt. Yeah. And they're charging me. Oh, and they won too. How did they win that? They were just... I thought they were disrupted. Alright, so these guys will change formation and just move in. They can't move at all. These guys will... They're disrupted as well. Counter here. How did they not rout after losing 120 plus men? Alright, I'm going to have to get these guys off the heights. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get them... Oh, they're disrupted. I'm going to move there, though. They're disrupted. They'll change... And I can't... Yeah, they will about face. They're routed now, so let's get them the heck out of the way. Oh, Pettigrew and Brock... Yeah, they've suffered. Change to line and get ready to defend that ridge. They are low on ammo, but can hold. Alright, guns on the hills. Here we come. Alright, these guys coming down the road. Almost there. And you may have noticed again that last little rotation to get them ready to change formation. Because when they change formation, they continue to face the way they're facing. Okay, and we'll move Ramseur's brigade through here. Yeah, nice. Another supply wagon for these forces in the north. And who else is that arriving? Oh, who's this fellow? Robert E. Lee comes charging down on his horse. And he's arrived to ask what the hell is going on. Protecting my flanks. Yep, this is just Archer and... well, it's all archers, actually. Davis's men are disrupted. Just rotate. These guys can probably just pull back a bit like that to hold the line. Lane, Thomas and Pender all hanging out together. AP Hill behind the line. My artillery here. Can they see anything from there? Not really. What if I move them here? Can they see anything? Yeah, they can shoot down. What about from here? One more hex. And then rotate. Get ready to set up. These guns are set up there. Nice. Nice. Put these guns along that ridge. That'll be good. I think that's most the key movement that I wanted to get done. So these guys can't change formation midway through a turn. They're out of ammo. They need a wagon. They have fused their movement. All right. Wagon's done. Let's see how we go. They're just able to concentrate their fire, so I need to pull away from here, which I don't want to do, but it's just a loss of men. Loss of 50. Look at that, point blank. They just do so much damage. One unit disrupted is okay. Let's smash this unit here. No effect. No effect. No effect. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let's fire these guys to disrupt them. No effect. That's 5 no effects in a row. Finally did something there. No effect. Okay. Artillery. Loss of 100. There we go. I bet they probably won't. Loss of 25. Okay. Now, they probably still won't... what quality? They're B quality. They're just... Yeah. All units have been considered. Melee phase. Can I counter? They're disrupted. They're not. Let's select them first. Add them to the melee. That's a good differential. What just happened there? I just lost them. So I added troops and it got worse. So let's leave it there. They could not retreat and were eliminated. Good. I don't know how strong they were, but let's try and hit. These guys are disrupted, so let's try and hit them. -1 differential. Why? Because they are heavily fatigued. That might be why. So if I just do this unit on the hill, that's better. Alright. 3-1 losses, good. So these guys are 9 fatigue. They definitely want to pull them back. Over here, I could charge with 350, but well, let's see what the differential will be. 2. Let's try it. Yep, not good. Maybe I shouldn't have tried it. That'll do. They've routed. Finally. They've lost nearly 400 men. That formation in here, and they can't go far, so that's good. They've been automatic melee success. You can see they're pushing out. Okay, more guys coming from out of Gettysburg. You got some artillery moving through. What can we shoot at? These guys up on the heights. Might be able to wipe these out. 75. They're almost gone. There we go, eliminated. And we've got anonymous colonel stuck there. He'll be captured. And they're moving. They're brave, give them that. Who are these guys? Oh, of course. And the guns can see them and shoot. And I have my guys in the valley about to pop out and surround them. So if I could probably swing around and capture them all. Because they're a big brigade. I forgot his name. I always forget his name. Schimmel Fennig. Melee phase. Oh wow. Okay, that's a. I missed the report. I don't know if I can get the report back. No. AI orders. What is that? Display. No. Okay. Anyway. Alright. So I can't see anything out here. So you can see I'll be able to capture that Colonel Anonymous who's captured. Now let's try and where do we push? How do we push out from here? Let's. We've got a lot of guys with high fatigue. There's that formation, for example. That formation, they're low, which is fine. These guys have routed for some reason. This is Lane's men. Brockenbrow's men still. They're really in trouble. All right, let's set up the artillery up here. Change formation. Except there's a routed infantry unit in there that I don't want. Getting caught up. So guns setting up in the heights. Yeah, just within line of sight of. All right, so these guys are already disrupted. They must have been fired upon. We've got Pettigrew. Oh, they've rallied, that's right. And then Daniel's brigade, Iverson. Daniel mixing with Iverson, that's fine. Okay, so let's get these guys ready. I did say I wanted to move. Maybe it's best if I move fast and try and just lock them in. Can't really move. They're disrupted. They're out of supplies. Oh. Alright, I cannot see. I mean, I've captured the high ground and I cannot see, so I think it's safe to move my guns up. Okay, I'm just mixing my brigades up by accident. O'Neill, Iverson, O'Neill on the left. Okay. Guns are going to set up on the pimple. What's it called? Okay. Have I checked reinforcements? No, I haven't. Early. Hello, sir. So I've captured that pretty easily. These guys now come charging down this road. And I'm hoping, because of how many Union forces I can see out west, that they haven't defended out here. We shall see though. Alright. Done. Done. They're facing the wrong way, but okay. They've still got some movement left, so let's that'll do. Oh, these guys can move a bit further. Might as well. And a lot of routed units here. Okay, yeah, they've recovered, so we'll put them there. Guns, what can they see? Along that ridge is perfect. Now I can highlight my not fired. I want low ammo. Where's my low ammo? Here we go. So this unit here, so I can bring this wagon. The reason I click it is so it's easy to see it when it flashes. Yeah, this unit here seems to be the only one low on ammo. I don't know what that's doing. Organisation. Okay. They've moved. Don't want to. I set out here I was going to try and recover, so I'm just going to keep these units here. They definitely need to recover. So not too much offensive movement here. Just they're actually fresh. This is Perrin's. Where are the rest of Perrin's men? I've got Scale's men here as well. So Perrin and Scale can start the next push. Okay. Happy with that. So let's see how we go. Defensive fire, no effect. Increased fatigue, no effect. Loss of 25, no effect. No effect. No effect. Nothing too devastating so far. Bit of fatigue loss, which is okay. 25 here, 25 there. 25 at maximum range. 2 units disrupted, which is not too bad. Now let's start shooting back. Six batteries firing with no effect. Soften these guys up, try and increase their fatigue before I charge and try and surround them all and capture them. Is the plan. Artillery, have a go. What can they see? Not much. Alright, all units being considered. Melee. I could charge right now. Don't think I want to. Yeah, not much of a differential. Any other? That's everything. Melee. Their movement. So they've got some. They have 3 units that they've routed. Good, good, good. It looks like they're starting to push back into the center again. Yeah, I can see their defenses. Oh, here comes Ames's brigade. Alright, my defensive fire. Guns, point blank. Let's do some damage. 50, good. About time. That's good. Doing some good damage here. No effect, that's okay. No effect. Pouring a lot of fire at that unit, but not too much damage. Also 25, so they should... Let's hope they rout. They've been hit a lot. What can they see? These guys. No. What else can they see? This formation. No? Why can't they... Line of sight is blocked. They're telling me... Oh, one. They've got different ranges, 18 and 12. That's why one of them could fire, the other one couldn't. Same story here. That's weird. All units have been considered. Offensive fire phase. Oh, I lost a gun there. Loss of 50 infantry. No effect. Loss of 50. Suddenly, they kind of go through these lulls where they do no damage, and suddenly there must be new units coming up to the front and just... Alright, reinforcements, 2 units recovered, 2 units rallied from routing, blah, blah, blah. 1 unit routed out of 12 check, that's good, good rate. And units are resupplied. Move phase, alright, let's get these guys facing the right way. Alright, trying to trap. What have we got here? 600 men. If I can trap them, that'd be lovely. But I need to make sure my flanks are covered. Routed units here. Yeah, Brockenbrow. Let's get Lanes' unit here. Just to move closer to Lane, who should be over here somewhere. Alright. They've already disrupted. Change formation and march on in. Change formation, march on in. Ditto. Now, what's the line of sight like here? Pretty good. So if I can set them up... Yeah, they can shoot across the fields there. Alright. Get our reinforcements on. Just, again, be lazy with them moving down the road. We actually have some cavalry. Alright, so they're going to go scouting. Let's get the guns on the hill. Eventually. It's slow. Movement. Oh, they've already moved. Let's try to figure out why they couldn't move. They've moved. They haven't. There we go. And they've moved. And they've moved. Alright. We've just got these guys, Ewan Roads, watching from the heights. They've recovered from disruption. We'll start to get them back up. Any other low... No, good. Oh, I do see. I do see. This is a Union early, not it won't last much longer. But if I can kind of cut them off. What do I do in the center here? Still recovering fatigue. So fatigue 9. We'll just hold here for now. They're disrupted. They're disrupted. Perrin, Scales. These guys have been disrupted as well. Pettigrew's men with heavy fatigue. We'll pull them back behind the lines if we can. And we're done. Archer Davis, where is Pettigrew? No idea. He could be all the way over here. Heath. Let's mount up Heath and get him back where he can rally and do stuff. And I'll end there. Lost another gun. They're good at this counter battery. There's 2 guns I've lost in the last 2 turns. And again, artillery losses are worth more victory points, so I'll check that in a second as well. Here we go. What's the damage going to be along the front here? 0 units disrupted, great. My offensive fire. Start up here. Just increasing their fatigue, hopefully doing more with these guns. Loss of 25 is okay. No effect. Loss of 50 is even better. No effect. What can I shoot at here? These guys? Increase their fatigue, that's all I want to do. So they're a bigger unit, so let's hit them. Try and fatigue their other unit. What's the 25? That'll help. Firing at the routed units with no effect. Okay, guns. What can they shoot at? These guys, good. They can't see much. Again, it's the range 12, range 18 issue. Sure, these guys coming in without much effect. Not much effect going on. Again, what can they see? What can they see? Them. They're just in range. All units have been considered. Let's consider melee. What are my options here? Okay. Add to melee. Add to melee. That gives me a good differential. Let's kind of add another unit. Yep. This should be guaranteed. Might even wipe them out. Oh yeah. Good. Defender defeated. So now, if I target this and say add to melee, is this going to be enough? Let's try it. It's pretty close. Yes. Oh, and we wiped out. Schimmelpfennig has been captured. 2 regiments. Defending force. Look at that. They'd lost 425 men. I lost 75. Let's check victory now. I'm already on a rebel minor victory. So they've lost 4,950 infantry cavalry combined. That's more than I've lost. These are the 2 guns that I lost the last 2 turns, but I captured that early battery. So doing well. And I haven't even begun to push through Gettysburg. All right. No other melee to consider. Nice. Good outcome. What are they going to do for movement? It looks like they've rallied. Did they rally? These guys were routed, right? Oh, they're pushing straight in. Yeah, okay. They've pushed through. Who's this? We've got artillery. I can't see who's... Is this still... Yeah, Ames's brigade. Okay. Let's do some defensive fire. No effect. What are you trying to shoot at? What can he actually see? A routed unit way up on the hill with no effect. Point blank range. Can I do some damage? 125! Is that a record? Why can't I hit them? Range of weapon lacking. How is the range of the weapon? What? Oh, too close? What's going on? So what is this? I don't know what that is. That's range of 70. What is it? Hardwire, Alabama. I don't know what that is, but they won't let me shoot. Loss of 50. So these guys are getting smashed. Good. Let's target that big unit in the center. Loss of 50. Good. Maybe I'm too close. Maybe that's the issue. Oh boy, I'm worried about this. They're probably going to charge me here. Cause some damage before that happens. If they do charge, it won't be the worst thing, because I can come up from the... come up from the east here. That's good, they're getting closer. Gets me in range of both guns. All units have been considered. They're going to charge here, I reckon. Oh, they're probably going to charge my artillery too. That's not going to be good. These guys will almost certainly rout if they are not charged. Here we go. Yeah, probably going to lose that. No. Oh, yeah, they routed. Okay, so I held the ground. They suffered 125. I suffered 75. But then I rout as a result. Wait, what happened to Pettigrew? They must have been killed in that battle. All right, movement. Okay, let's get one of these units to protect the artillery. They're disrupted. Ooh, what do I do? Oh, look, it's I might pause it here actually. So, what are we up to? We're up to turn 21. We're up to 2:20 p.m. I feel like I'm behind schedule, but got a lot of forces coming down here. Interesting counterattack. Who's this? This is Baxter's brigade pushing through. These guys, Paul's brigades are in a difficult position. More fresh forces rally coming up on the left-hand side. Meredith's, they've recovered. Meredith's Iron Brigade have recovered and look to be counterattacking. This is something I should be wary of. It's got some waves coming through here. New York, okay. So I've still got some healthy forces here. Lane, Thomas, they're strong. I think I can hold that. You can see I'm just holding behind the hills here. I'm not so worried about the position. I've just rallied some of Pettigrew, Brockenbrow's men, so they can. Jeez, look at that. They've been smashed. These are the big. These are huge. Initially 275. So if you right click, they were up to 550. Down to 350. 375 down to 75. So they've suffered some heavy losses, but like I said, I can swing around here. What have I got here? Pettigrew's men have just done so much. They've lost 250. They're still at a strength of 600. So this is very... How have these guys routed? They barely see the enemy and they've routed. C quality troops. That's disappointing. Where is O'Neill? Where is O'Neill? There he is. Get with your men and rally them. I will save it, but it is very similar to 3 Days of Gettysburg. So if you've been thinking about 3 Days of Gettysburg, check out John Tiller's Battleground series. Thank you everyone for watching and take care. Bye for now.